channel.
Hey guys,
so
considering
this
is a newbie channel,
so
I
you
thought
guys
I'd
can
do
get
the
to
Booktubers
know me a
Newbie
little bit
Tag,
better.
so you guys can get to
hear
know
me
me
a
a
little bit better.
First question is, why did you start this channel? The reason why I started this channel is basically because I haven't read anything in about 4 or 5 years now. And not like a proper book that I haven't been forced to read because of uni. And the reason for that is basically because of uni and when I was doing my A-levels and school and all the rest of it, that I kind of got stuck with doing all of that. And because I got really into writing at the time and I didn't want to read anything because I was just so busy with smoke coming off my keyboard because I was writing so much. And I still am, but I really wanted to get back into books because if I'm writing books and stories, I feel like I should be reading them as well. So I thought that I'd get back into reading again this year because it's my final year of uni and why not. And I thought that I'd make this channel just so I could sort of share that love of reading and to sort of express my opinions and make friends with like-minded people and stuff like that. So I thought that the booktube idea would be a really good idea and a plan to sort of work with. Question 2 is what's fun and unique things you can bring to booktube? And I think the fun things I can bring to YouTube is that you can all laugh at me because I'm horrendously behind on all things books-wise, basically. There's so many really popular books that I haven't read and I've either missed the hype completely or just haven't even heard of them. So I think you can sort of all laugh at me as I desperately try and catch up, basically. And I hope you find that hilarious, or possibly you can relate to it because you've come to a book a bit later than everybody else, or you're in a similar sort of situation to me where you haven't read that much over the last few years. So I think that's some of the fun things I could bring. Uniqueness, possibly the fact that I don't really want to focus on anything sort of contemporary or really romancy or anything like that, because that's not really my thing. I'm more into young adult and sort of sci-fi and fantasy and stuff like that, and a bit of gore maybe as well, stuff about assassins and things like that, because that's the stuff that interests me. So hopefully there'll be a lot of books like that on here once I really get going. So hopefully that'll be something a bit unique. I'm not sure. I've looked up a few YouTubers who review books, but I haven't really come across anybody who sort of talks about stuff like that much, like almost exclusively. So I don't know, I could be wrong. If I am, please tell me down in the comments. Question number 3 is what you're most looking forward to about this channel, and I think the thing I'm most looking forward to is making friends and coming across people who are also like-minded, who love books, and possibly also like writing them. I'm not sure yet. But I really want to make friends and find people who are really like-minded to me and really like the same sort of books, so we can have a nice, great big discussion about stuff like this and sort of have a big fangirl moment over some of the characters, and possibly sort of have a nerd out about words and things like that, because I really love stuff like that. And yeah, I'd love to come across people who are really like-minded. And also, I'm really looking forward to actually just sort of reading books, because it's been so long now that it's sort of like a new experience, because I'm so used to reading things on a screen on my laptop that reading things in actual book form is going to be really quite new and exciting, and not having to do an essay on it afterwards or overly analyse things is going to be really, really nice. So I'm really looking forward to that too. Question 4 is why do you love reading? And I love reading because it's an escape from life, and life can be pretty damn boring and terrible at times, and when you go to read you can go on this amazing adventure with some amazing characters who maybe like you, or maybe like the person that you want to be, or you can explore new sort of ideas safely, and it's just an escape and a massive adventure. And I really, really like the idea of going on a huge adventure without actually going outside, because I'm not good at going outside and stuff. So it's sort of like going outside without actually going out and doing things. It's just an escape from life in general and being like experiencing loads of new things and all the rest of it. It's just I love the escapism of it, basically. I just love the escapism. That's why I love reading. It's just escapism, and it's amazing, and I love it. Question number 5 is what book or book series got you into reading? And if I'm perfectly honest, I can't remember, because I was sort of reading so long ago, I can't even remember what the book was that I got into it. All I know is that I've sort of always had a thing for words and talking and stuff like that, because I was kind of not exactly a very active child, basically, for quite a lot of reasons. So my mum just used to talk to me a lot, and it sort of got me really into words and things like that. So I sort of was surrounded by words quite a lot as a child, and she used to read to me a lot, and that really got me into reading because she's a really big reader, and she really instilled it in me from a very young age, from like the age of like 2 or something ridiculous. So I can't actually remember what book it was specifically, but I do remember sort of like some standout series were like Harry Potter, because Mum used to read those to me when I was a kid, which I really, really enjoyed, because she used to do like really good voices and stuff like that for the characters, which was really funny. And so I really enjoyed that. But I also had A Series of Unfortunate Events was another big one that I really, really enjoyed, but never actually finished, which is actually going to be on my list for things to read for this channel at some point. I remember a book called Larklight. I can't remember who that was by, but I really enjoyed that one as a kid, and I used to read that obsessively. But I can't remember any sort of specific book that sort of had me going, right, I want to read for the rest of my life. I can't quite remember a sort of specific book or series that specifically got me into reading. So I think it was more, I grew up surrounded by big readers, and people used to talk to me about books and read me books and stuff that sort of got me into it. And it wasn't, I don't think it really was a specific book or series or anything like that that got me into it. It just sort of got instilled into me as a small child, and it's just sort of stayed with me, I think. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. If I am, I'll update you on that. Question 6 is, what is a question that you'd like to ask your favourite booktuber? And at the moment, I don't really have a favourite booktuber at the moment, because I'm sort of just discovering people and getting to sort of get to know this community a bit better. But there is a question I'd like to ask all booktubers, and that is, where do you find room to put your books? Because I have no room. I haven't collected that many at the moment. There's probably round about 101 bookshelf that's not quite full yet, but I need to find other books that are going to fit on that. That's not a part of a massive series. I've got Terry Pratchett over there, like behind the camera, in a box because I can't fit them anywhere. And all of these are audio books behind me that I haven't actually listened to because they're my nats. But there's just no room to put books anywhere, and I want to know where people hide them, because I have no idea and I need ideas. So if anybody has any idea on where to hide books when you have no room for bookshelves anywhere, or no room on the existing shelves that you've got, where do you hide them? I need your tips, because I have no idea anymore. So if anybody has any idea on that, booktuber or not actually, please do tell me down in the comments, because I'm kind of stuck here. Finally, question 7 is, what challenges do you think you're going to come across with booktubing, and how do you think you're going to overcome them? I think the biggest challenge is going to be actually making videos, because I have very limited time quite a lot of the time, because I don't like filming when there's other people in the house. It kind of freaks me out, makes me feel really self-conscious. So I don't think I can ever film with somebody's in the house, but it's almost permanently that somebody is in the house. And when I go back to uni, it's going to be on the same, I'm going to be in lecture probably at the same time when people go out. So it's going to be really difficult to actually film videos. And I'm going to try my best and probably sneak ninja it in whenever physically possible, and film when there's just 5 minutes when someone leaves the house, basically, and just hope for the best. And I think that's going to be my biggest issue. That, and keeping on top of actually reading things when I go back to uni. Basically, uni is my biggest problem right now. I'm currently on holiday, so I'm going to probably read as much as I physically can and film as many videos as I physically can, then upload them whenever I can't actually film a video. But currently, I think it's going to be uni is going to be my issue, especially when I first go back, and I'm in my 3rd year, so I've got to write dissertations and all the rest of it. But I'm going to try my very best and ninja it in whenever I physically can, and I think that's going to be my biggest issue. That, not rambling, because I ramble a lot, so I think editing out rambling is also going to be an issue, because I really like rambling and going off on weird tangents, as you can probably tell by this video, and it's all completely unscripted because I can't script anything to save my life. So that's going to be an issue, I think, and how I'm going to overcome that is serious editing, basically. I think it's just going to be down to editing a lot, and I think currently that's going to be my biggest issue. And that's the Booktubers Newbie Tag. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you got to know me a bit better, that's great. And if you have any other questions about my reading habits or what I like to read or anything like that, please do leave a comment below, because I would definitely answer it, and I'd like to get to know you guys a bit more, and I'd love for you guys to get to know me a bit more, and that'd be great. And if you want to see any of my reviews, please click subscribe, because I'll be uploading every week as much as I physically can. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you all so much for being so welcoming in this community, because I've tried vlogging before and it hasn't gone quite as well as this has already, and the responses that I've already gotten from some of my previous reviews have been amazing, and it really means a lot to me. So thank you so much for being so nice and so kind. It is amazing, and thank you so much for being so welcoming, and I can already tell that I'm really going to like it here in this community, so thank you so much for that. I love you all, you're amazing, thank you, just thank you so much. So until next time guys, bye.